So I'm out here for a run this morning. Do I want to be out here for a run? No. But one of my goals is to become fit and be healthier and happier, and running will help me do that. So I'm going to stop running right now because it'll be a big bumpy video. But I just wanted to talk about life and how life does not let up. It doesn't. A situation will happen that you're dealing with, and another one will come along right away. It's been about since 2017 that I have noticed this really significantly in my life, that there's just no break between things getting piled on you. Negative situation after negative situation. And it's like this morning, what 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 brought me to make this video was this morning I woke up really sad, and there's just a lot going on in my life right now that is negative. And I know there's a lot going on in your life. There's a lot going on in everybody's life, because life does not let up. It does not care that you haven't dealt with the previous situation. It just doesn't care. It just keeps coming, and you're just expected to handle it. And sometimes that's really tough to do. What I have learned is, while you can't control every negative situation that comes at you, it's impossible. You don't know what's coming. You can control how you deal with it, and you can choose how to act. So this morning, despite jogging being the last thing I want to do, I would just rather go back to bed, to be honest. But I have a goal, and that's keeping me focused on actually attaining it. My goal is to be fit. And am I going to get fit sitting around moping about what's happening in my life? No. I recognize what is happening is not great, but sometimes there's not much I can do about it. And honestly, a lot of this stuff is out of my hands. Some of it is in my hands, I'll admit, and I may not be dealing with it properly, but I'm trying. And I'm trying to control my actions so that I feel like if you have a goal and you work towards it, that every time you take a step in the right direction, in the direction towards attaining your goal, you're strengthening yourself and you're feeling good. So, like today, for example, I'm in the middle of a run. Actually, I just started it. I'm not in the middle of it, but I've just started a run, and I know that I'll feel better at the end of completing this run than if I didn't. If I just said, "Oh, I'm not doing it today," I'd feel like crap. I have never regretted a workout. I've never regretted a run. No matter how much convincing I have to do to myself to get started, I have never regretted finishing it. So I know I will feel good at the end, but pushing myself to actually do it while in the thick of things, while you're really not feeling awesome, sometimes you just have to do it. You can control your own actions. Like, by no means am I an expert. I'm not an expert, but this has just been my experience, and I'm trying to learn from my experience and not repeat the bad habits that I've been repeating um, my whole life, basically. And what I would usually do is just go back to, you know, feeling sorry for myself and not doing what I needed to do in order to improve my life. And I'm trying to improve my life despite life throwing everything it can at me, it seems. So if you're feeling in the thick of it right now, and you have a goal or goals, pick something and work towards it. You will feel better. You'll feel more accomplished. You'll have a sense of like motivation, maybe, like just to keep going. And I know there's a saying like, oh, try to look at the bright side of every situation. Oh, I'm not going to say that. It's hard to look at the bright side when you're in the thick of it. So what I can say, and what has actually, I'll even give an example of it, what happened to me today, earlier. But what I would like to tell you is to look for a positive in your day-to-day life. And I'll give you an example of a positive that happened to me when I was on a walk earlier. I was walking down a back road, and a gentleman pulled out of his driveway, and he just stopped and talked to me. Because he's like, "How are you?" And I said, "Oh, I'm good. How are you?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm pretty good for an old guy, you know." And I was like, "Oh, good." And he's like, "Oh, I like the dogs." And just talked to them for a few minutes, and then he's like, "Okay, well, Merry Christmas and have a good day." I said, "Well, thank you. Merry Christmas to you too." And it was just a really nice interaction brighten my day. But try and look at the small positives that are in your life, because it could be as simple as an interaction like I had, an interaction at a grocery store, a friendly cashier, someone letting you go ahead of them in line, like something like that. Because sometimes it's those small little things, seemingly insignificant happenings in your life, that will give you, just a sense of saying, okay, not everything is garbage. There are some nice people, and, maybe if I just keep pushing forward, it just gives you a little bit of hope to keep going. If you don't have a goal, just write some out, pick one that you want to work on, and take an action step today that will help move you forward towards it. You will feel better. It'll help give you momentum. It'll give you a sense of purpose and, a sense of achievement and some hope that you can go on and keep making good decisions. As I say, life doesn't let up. It doesn't give a shit. Okay? You just have to control how you react to things. That's all you can't control life, but you can control how you react to it. And just try to be the best you can. And if you're doing a habit that's not good, it's not working for you, you need to try to switch it to something that does, like moving forward towards your goals. Because I feel like that's the only way that you're gonna achieve some happiness and sense of accomplishment and help bring you back out of some of the dark times that happen in life. Because they're always gonna be there. We just have to handle them. Hopefully this video helped. I don't know. It's kind of a rough one, but I'm going to continue on my run. Why? Because fitness is a goal, and I'm determined to accomplish my goals. And that's what's keeping me moving forward and not dwelling on all the nonsense, unpleasant things that are happening in life. So I hope you're having a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Hey, it's me again. So I just finished my little 2.5K run, and I just wanted to let you know that even though it feels good to finish this goal, to accomplish it, it doesn't take away everything that's going on in your life. Okay, that's not the purpose. Is to give you a sense of accomplishment so you can do more, but by no means does it take away every negative thing that's in your life. That's just not going to happen, but it does help give you the mental and physical strength to keep moving forward despite all the crap that's piled on top of you. So honestly, after I finished this one, I was like, oh, I'm really out of shape. That was a reminder of how out of shape I am. But that being said, I am very glad I did it, and hopefully it will help me make better choices throughout the rest of the day and deal with all the crap that's getting thrown at me. And I hope the same goes for you. So I'll see you tomorrow.